What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so Bronny James's debut, I believe it was Saturday in the NBA Summer League, and the NBA rookie scored 4 points on 2 of 9 shooting. I believe he missed both free throws and both three-point attempts, but it was just one game. I think he missed Sunday's game reportedly due to an injury. Now, this isn't really meant to disparage Bronny. This is more on ESPN, or as I'm starting to call it, BSPN. When did they start doing graphics like this? You know what I'm saying? Like, usually, like if you just happen to glance at that and didn't really look at it, notice how they got the minutes, points, and it kind of cuts off at the bottom. Rebounds and assists, they got it really small, right? Really, really, really small. So that if you're a casual, or if, I guess casual, because if you didn't really pay attention, you know he had 4 points. But if you just looked at the graphic, then you'll say, oh man, he had 21 points, 4 rebounds, 2 or 2 for downtown. So they know what they're doing. Because any other time when someone has a great offensive game, they make sure you see points. You see the rebounds and assists. But they got it real small. So it can be misleading to people who are casuals, who, as I said before, these are the people who they're aiming for. It's no longer the people who are hardcore basketball fans. That's who don't get me wrong, there's always been, by executives and by advertisers, promoters, I guess I should say, there's always been an attempt to bring in additional audiences. But I would say over the past 20 years, more so than ever before, there's been a push to bring in casuals to the point where they are the majority. And casuals, I think, are more susceptible to being fans of individual players rather than a fan of sport. And that's why we have to deal with what we got to deal with now, with people threatening the very lives of people, social media influencers who they don't agree with, whatnot. But yeah, this is ridiculous by BSPN, man. Look, at the end of the day, like I said before, I don't have a problem with Bronny being in the position that he's in. I don't. I know a lot of people do. I don't have a problem with Bronny being in the position that he's in. I wish more black people who are notable did the same damn thing, because everybody else does it. Come on, let's be honest here. The people who we aren't supposed to ever criticize, they do it all the time. And nothing is said. Not a damn thing is said. White people do it all the time. Bring in people that they know. Bring in people that they're related to. How many times have you, let's be honest, y'all, how many times have you trained somebody who don't look like you, they don't have no experience, you're training them, and they wind up making more money than you? Or you're training them and they become your supervisor. But when we do it, it's a problem? Nah. Okay. That's just me, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand the meritocracy, and to a certain extent, I agree with that. If that was the case for every person, if everybody lived by that creed, okay, I would understand the outrage. But why don't nobody care when, you know what I'm saying, Andy Reid put his kids on as assistant coaches rather than somebody who's probably more deserving, who worked their whole life to be in that position, so that one day they'll be a head coach in the league? or some professional team. Nobody cares because you just happen to see those type of people um, in positions of authority. You naturally believe they're supposed to be in those positions. So, like I said, I understand the outrage to an extent. I don't care. And I guess that might be a surprising position to those who think I hate any and everything LeBron. I just don't like the way his ass moves. But, you know, yeah, Michael Jordan didn't do it. And his son was better than Bronny. But if Jordan did do it, at least put his son in a position so that he could try to succeed. And if he look, if Bronny doesn't have look at it like this. If Bronny doesn't have the goods, trust me. And I think Ticket did a video about this. As soon as LeBron James retires, Bronny's going to be out the league. Right? But that's no different than I guarantee you, if you look up Steve Ballmer, right? Steve Ballmer is the owner in the league. Steve Ballmer is one of the richest men in the world. Last time I checked, matter of fact, let me check right now. Last time I checked, he was worth $158 billion. You know, people like that, their wealth fluctuates by the day. Let's see. Last time I checked, worth $158 billion. Steve Ballmer's worth $160 billion. He is the sixth richest man in the world. You don't think he got people that's related to him working in that organization? Probably in high tier positions? Nobody would care. So anyway, that's all I got to say about it. But I do got an issue with this. Come on now. 21 minutes, 4. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, man. This is like now what I do have a problem with is the people who are balling, ESPN give them some shine, man. That don't make any damn sense. Now you're just being greedy. Now you're just trying to cash in solely on Bronny. Because by you guys not promoting the players who are really balling, then teams can make excuses not to pay these guys what they're worth. They can say, "Oh, well, you're playing like this, but okay, why should we give you more than what you think you're worth?" Why? Why should we give you more? But I think, honestly, I'm starting to think a lot of this is going to go away after they have their father-son moment. After they have their father-son moment and he plays in the G League, I think this will start dying down. That's just my guess, at least. But yeah, this is ridiculous. This graph is ridiculous, man. Come on now. Get credit for playing 21 minutes. Like that's some amazing feat.